everyone, welcome back. So this video was completely unplanned. I was scrolling through TikTok yesterday and I stumbled upon a video from one of my favorite makeup artists, Painted by Spencer. If you're not following him, you definitely want to check him out here on YouTube and on Instagram and of course on TikTok. In this video, Spencer addresses concealer for mature skin, those of us that are in our 40s, 50s, and beyond. Now you might be wondering, why am I going to show you something that I saw on TikTok when you can just go watch it yourselves? Well, first of all, I know that a lot of my viewers don't have TikTok. A lot of you have not downloaded the TikTok app, you don't want to, you never will, and that is fine. But even if you do have the TikTok app, with so much content being uploaded every second, it's easy to miss certain things. Even if you're following someone, you will often miss certain videos. And I felt like the information Spencer shared in that video needed to be seen by as many people as possible. This was actually one of the first videos I had ever come across from a younger creator, well, at least younger than me, that actually demonstrated a concealer technique for mature skin that made sense. Now, Spencer usually starts off his makeup applications with the complexion, with foundation and concealer. But like most people, I feel a little bit more confident on camera with some makeup on. So I did go ahead and do my eyes and brows, but the fact that I have already done that will not have any impact whatsoever on the outcome of the technique. So Spencer starts off this video with a bang. Right out of the gate, he asks the question, do you really need concealer?
On my more mature clients, first I have to ask, do you need concealer? Hear me out on this before I lose you, because it's a valid question. I promise. I have a point. A lot of times with my more mature clients, I find that they don't really even have under eye, bags or circles or, discoloration that they need to cover. But through, the power of advertisement and marketing, we're, programmed to believe as a society that we need to layer on the foundation and the concealer and the powder and all these things to get the result that we're sold through the advertisements. And mind you, a lot of times these models are, 2.5 minutes old. So of course it looks smooth on them, of course. So if you don't actually have a discoloration you want to cover, just use whatever foundation you enjoy using on the rest of your face and bring that right up.
Right now, what I'm going to do is apply just my foundation, take it up into this area, and see if I really do need a separate concealer, or maybe I can just go over with a little brightening powder and not even have to apply a separate concealer. In the video, Spencer mentions making sure that the under eye area is extremely hydrated and that you don't need to use an expensive eye cream. You can just bring up your regular daily moisturizer under your eye. I'm going to shake up my foundation. This is the Urban Decay Stay Naked. And I'm going to apply this to one side of my face. And I'm going to take it up to my eye area. And I'm just using my finger to add a little bit more of the foundation right in here. Okay, that actually doesn't look too bad. But now I want to try the other technique that he talks about here.
Tip number 2 is to use a concealer that has a hydrating formula and first applying it to the back of your hand. By not applying it directly to the under eye, you're preventing the possibility of putting on too much product, which is where things take a turn, right? So you first apply it to the back of your hand, use a damp beauty sponge, press it in, and then apply it on. A damp beauty sponge will soak up any excess product that's not needed.
So I thought that right there was really interesting. I had never thought to do that before, and it makes total sense. Not going right in with the product and putting it on your hand first. That is genius, Spencer. That is genius. So I'm putting a little bit on the back of my hand. This is the One Size Butter Silk Concealer. I don't own the same exact sponge as Spencer, so I'm just using a damp beauty blender. You know what I forgot to do? Put foundation on the other side of my face. But this time, I am not going to cover my under eye area. All right, adding a little bit more because that dried in the meantime. So let's take some of that concealer and pat it in that area.
Okay, here are where things get really important. So I'm gonna get real up close, Here, I know I look crazy, but bear with me. I want you to see this. So before you take your sponge to blend it in that concealer, you're gonna take your finger and lightly lift up this area of the eye so that any fine lines or wrinkles become taut and smooth. Take your time really pressing and blending that concealer into the skin. Here's the most important part of this whole process. Keep your finger there, right? Keep everything taut and tight. Reach for your powder, your setting powder, whatever you're using with a powder puff, and just press this in. And remember, less is more when it comes to powder. The reason why you want to set that as quick as possible is because the concealer will start to settle into the fine lines and crack and look cakey. So you got to be quick. I hope this helps.
All right, what I'm going to go do now is put on the rest of my makeup. Then I'm going to take some video using my iPhone in natural light so you can see what my under eyes look like. And then I'm going to check in with you in a couple of hours to see how my under eyes are looking. Have they started to look cakey and dry? Have I gotten those creases? So yeah, that is the plan. I've always thought that my concealer technique was pretty good, but this definitely took it to a new level of flawlessness. Just holding that skin taut while applying the concealer and powder made such a big difference. Okay, it's been about 6.5 hours since I applied the concealer and the foundation. I do think that the concealer side looks a little bit better, but I think both sides are looking pretty good. They don't look cakey. I haven't had any creasing. I really think that, you know, there's a lot of different tricks and techniques for applying concealer on mature skin, but this is definitely one of the best. I really love this technique and I will definitely be doing my concealer this way going forward. Okay, I really hope you all enjoyed this video. And please let me know in the comments if you'd like me to continue to do these types of videos where I share information that I find other places that I think would be really helpful to my fellow over 40 mature skinned people. So again, let me know if you enjoyed this video by giving it a thumbs up and leaving me a comment. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, I really hope you will consider doing so. All you have to do is hit that subscribe button and you will become part of the Risa Does Makeup family. I do upload new content at least twice per week. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram under the same username, Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.